Introducing first, fighting out of your blue corner. Once again, weighing in at 173.5 pounds. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. He is trained by Extreme Couture, fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Welcome back, Benjamin Smith. And now fighting out of your red corner, weighing in at 173 pounds. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. His professional fight record is 4 wins with 2 losses. He is trained by Team Unbreakable and Moab Combat Sports. From Moab, Utah, Kurt Hitman Patterson!
Referee Dave Selyeset in the cage for your second semifinal matchup in the welterweight division. Ben Smith out of Extreme Couture, Kurt Hitman Patterson, a local fighter out of Team Unbreakable. Both very tough guys, impressive showings in the first preliminary round, and they'll come out and touch gloves. Kurt Patterson, the southpaw. There's a front kick.
Yeah, Patterson switched his stance to southpaw. He came out orthodox in his first fight, setting up that right hand the whole time.
You know, you'll see guys, if they're going against wrestlers or if they were a dominant wrestler with 1 foot forward themselves, who maybe they've switched it up for their striking in the past. But yeah, he switched it up. Now he's a southpaw. Maybe he was playing a little possum in that first fight.
That was
kind of a lunging left hand to the body.
Inside the guillotine.
Right into the guillotine, but he's past the guard. It doesn't look like he'll be able to finish. Ben Smith trying to work his way to a north-south position here, get his head out, but he's allowing Kurt Patterson to sneak a leg under and maybe grab at least half guard. He lets go of the head there, and now he's underneath a very dominant wrestler.
He needs to keep active, otherwise this fight's going to get stood back up.
Yeah, Patterson needs to get off that hand and that arm, with that right arm, and get it into an underhook so he can start working his way back up.
Couple of knees from the top to the
ribs
there.
I like those knees.
That's the kind of stuff that'll keep a fight on the ground if you're a wrestler. That's the kind of active striking you're talking about, Razor.
Oh, yeah. One of those can break a rib. So we know that's fight ending right there. He's looking to do some damage.
So now we're into the fight. Like, remember, for Selyeset hasn't been letting people stand up. You know, it hasn't been letting people stay on the ground for very long. So how long is this going to go until he stands back up?
Well, he's much more aggressive this time around, and that credit his corner for that. You see that there's some serious damage. Those knees look like they're scoring some points. It looks like blood is pouring from the head of Kurt Hitman Patterson as he turtles up.
I think he's got a busted nose or something. He's bleeding out of his nose.
Yeah, that's got to be what's affecting him. A lot of those knees and those punches aren't really landing on anything but his legs.
That's a good one.
There's another big knee. And look for Ben Smith to take this right back down to the mat where he's had his success. He drops down to a single leg. Kurt Hitman Patterson now trying to whizzer, and he'll just grab that body and hang on for the ride.
And he's doing the leg squeeze.
He's also squeezing between the legs. Dave Selyeset will break it up here. And you're right, guys, it was the nose that's pouring that blood. One of those elbows or punches must have landed. Still southpaw is the Hitman. Ben Smith looking a little worn here. The right hook lands. Inside leg kick and a shot here. Ben Smith drives all the way over to our table and finishes that takedown. Kurt Patterson doing a good job of keeping his head elevated here, back against the cage. He's in a position where he can work himself up and he gets back to his feet.
Potentially looking for a hip toss, head throw. Patterson.
Couple more knees there from Ben Smith.
I'm sorry, but I think you keep kneeing that thigh. Those knees to the thigh are eventually going to wear that guy out. And even in a one-round fight, those knees will take out every sort of drive and every sort of sprawl on him.
You know, it's interesting because it's a one-round fight, but it's actually the second round that he's fought tonight, so might already have a little bit of wear on that leg. 90 seconds left in this fight, and so far it's all Ben Smith. Hitman searching for that right hook as he stands southpaw.
So I mean, Patterson's working him up against the cage, but he's not really pressing, not really trying to make anything happen. Just kind of boxing him up there.
Certainly winning in the cage control department right now, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He lands a couple of jabs there, gets close. Ben Smith pays him back with a knee to the body and now reaches over for a guillotine of his own.
Good posture on Patterson.
Yeah.
Patterson crowds that up, gets his hips into Ben Smith's hips, pops that arm off of the head, and now he's working the leg of Ben Smith. A knee to the body there.
Yeah, Patterson's going to want to start working now. He needs to finish this fight. He's down this.
Only 35 seconds left. Something dramatic has to change.
Jay said breaks it up. 30 seconds left in this one. Ben Smith looking fairly tired, like you might want to just ride it out, knowing he's ahead on the scorecard. Now's the time the hitman needs to get aggressive. There's a Superman punch.
Yeah, and if it's not set up with kicks, it's just not. It's too easy to see.
But Ben Smith
right now, I'm sorry, you got to pull guard. You got to pull guard.
Yeah.
Right now, when you've got 10 seconds left, you've got that guillotine, you got to pull guard.
Oh, Patterson going for the Stone Cold Stunner.
And Ben Smith works his hips around behind, gets into control again, and probably knocks up the fight with that. So Ben Smith, much more impressive in that first takedown scenario where he got on top of the hitman. He was much more aggressive, landed several of those knees to the body, bloodied the nose with some elbows and some punches. I think he did enough in that fight to get a win to move on to the finals.
I think the work that he did in the first 2 minutes is what pretty much sealed the deal, because the rest of it, they were still fighting, but it wasn't as one-sided.
What do you make of the strategy of Kurt the Hitman Patterson switching stances and coming out as a southpaw in the second round?
You know, the reason why I thought he was probably doing that was to kind of wrestle with him, but really all it did was, because he wasn't pushing for wrestling, it limited his striking ability because he's right-handed.
Yeah.
So if anything,
that was his main strike in the first fight. Was his overhand right. So
you're seeing the replay here. You can hear the corner actually of Ben Smith. Those guys from Extreme Couture telling him to score with the big knees on the body. And then an inside leg kick, and he finished this takedown right in front of us here. Big slam, gets him down. Kurt Patterson did a good job of getting back to his feet as soon as he could here. But Ben Smith showing why wrestling is one of the preeminent skills in mixed martial arts.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a decision. All three judges scored about 10-9 for your winner by unanimous decision. Out of the blue corner, Benjamin Smith.